He has the best show. Actually, he has the greatest show. Actually, he has the greatest show on earth. Here's my baby. Here's my baby, Byron.
Oh my God. Wow. I had no idea my mom was even in town. She hasn't talked to me in 10 years. That was really surprising. I gotta tell you, I'm a little anxious, I'm a little nervous, a little obsessive. But one thing that's keeping me grounded mentally and physically is my passport and my Prozac. For sure. Yeah. One thing I get anxious about as a comedian, and I think a lot of comedians get anxious about this, is that no matter what, nobody's gonna laugh. And I gotta tell you, comedy without laughter, it sucks. It just feels like you're speaking at an Alcoholics Anonymous meeting in reverse. No support, tons of booze. But some of you who don't laugh, that's what I notice. Even if you think the comedian's funny, some of you here tonight, no matter how hilarious you think the comedian is, you just sit in the dark smiling like a creepy German tourist. No matter how funny you think the comedian is, you just sit there in the dark going, ja. Ja. Ja, I enjoy everything you are saying, but I will give you nothing to work with. Yeah, you think you are doing badly, but nine, you are doing very well. I like you very much, but you will never know. I watch you silently while I think how much funnier I thought your mother was. Schadenfreude, wunderbar, das Otto. Oh man, I've been performing a lot. I was in the Ukraine a while ago. I did stand up there. That was weird. Because they didn't laugh at the punchlines. No, they only laughed at the setups. It was really weird. It was like, knock, knock, knock. Ha, 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 ha. Who's there? I don't like. I love accents. How many girls like a guy with an accent? Yeah? 10 of you? That's cool. The rest of you are like, I only fuck guys on my Dragon Boat team. No, I don't know. What kind of accent do we like, ladies? British, Irish, South African, Australian, just white countries, all right. Oh, we got some racist vaginas in this room. For a city that's half Asian, my God. Now that's cool, British, Scottish, South African, Australian. Not once have I heard a girl say, French Canadian. Yeah. I guess there's nothing sexy about hearing a guy say, can you spare $5? I'm trying to make enough money to get a bus ticket to go to Fort McMurray. I want a chain smoke by the oil. Oh, man. I love accents. That's why I love Vancouver. This is my home city. I love proud Vancouverite. It's beautiful, right? Everybody you talk to is from somewhere else. It's so multicultural and diverse. It's amazing. Everybody you talk to is from somewhere else. It's like, where are you from? Hong Kong. 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 Where are you from? Winnipeg, but originally Hong Kong. Winnipeg, shithole. I went to a very multicultural school. In fact, my school is like a few blocks away, Sir Charles Tupper Secondary. Yeah? I think some of my classmates are here. My school was so Asian that whenever a white kid's name was on the honor roll, the high school principal reading it, he just acted like he smelled a fart in an elevator. He'd be like, we have some wonderful students who achieved honor roll status. Their names are as follows: Sequinder Ball, Gita Bindi, Quang Bui, Tommy Chu, Mindy Chu, Bob Cooper. Really? All right. If you say so. Harbinder Dhaliwal, Lisa Hung, Nancy Hung, Iqbal Joel, Farouk Jiwa, Doug Jones. Fuck off, no way. No fucking way, buddy. Fuck that. Albert Lee, Benson Lee, Cindy Lee, David Lee, Edwin Lee, Francis Lee, Gary Lee, Henry Lee, Larry Lee, Lawrence Lee, Lily Lee, Lily Lee, so many Lees. I'm exaggerating. None of the white kids made the honor roll. I got teased a lot in school. Man, because I was one of the few white kids there. I wasn't very academic. I was a little overweight. Every day, Chinese kids made fun of me. This one kid, David Luong, oh, I still have emotional scar tissue. Every day, I'd just be like, Byron, ooh, made you flinch, Byron, ha ha, ooh, Byron into his homework, Byron into his homework, Leila, say, Tamola, say. You're gonna fail your math exam, fat boy. You're gonna have to go to summer school now, stupid guaylo. Stupid, so stupid. You like that? One more for you. When Chinese kids picked on me, though, a lot of them were very ESL, so the words weren't just hurtful, they were grammatically incorrect. They'd be like, oh, your mom, Byron, how you? I fuck with dog-faced chicken. What the hell? That's hurtful and a run-on sentence. I know some of you might be thinking, you know what? The white guy doing the Chinese voice, that's cliche. You never hear Chinese comedians make fun of how white people talk. I want to hear that. I'd love to hear Chinese comedians make fun of how white people talk. It's like, you ever hear how white people, when they talk, they sound so stupid. Every day, they're like, hey, Gordy, hey, Doug, let's drink some beer or smoke some pot and not study for the piano recital. So stupid. Hey, if you think it's racist, me doing that voice, I'm allowed to do the Chinese voice because my girlfriend is Japanese and she hates Chinese people, all right? Hashtag World War II. Okay. Oh, hashtag too soon. Hashtag history, not funny. Man. Yeah, high school is traumatizing, man. I have a couple friends in high school. They know. School sucked. It was fucking traumatizing, man. I was diagnosed with obsessive compulsive disorder when I was in high school. And I definitely have obsessive compulsive disorder. Anybody here have OCD? If you do, clap 17 times. Yeah? Thank you. That was weird. That person clapped 4 times and gave up. I think that person has OCD and ADHD. They're like 1, 2, 3. I like brick. For me, OCD, it's like my brain is a life coach, and my brain's life coach is my mind. And my mind is a terrible life coach that my brain keeps listening to. It's be like, hello, brain, it's your life coach, it's your mind. Wake up, it's a new day, worry. It's like, how come you have an English accent, mind? Who cares? Shut up, check the stove 4 times, wear the same socks for a week, and for no reason convince yourself you have AIDS. For those you didn't laugh, you have AIDS. Yeah, punish them for not laughing. Give them AIDS with your words, that's how it's transmitted. I'm glad I'm in a relationship right now because before I was in a relationship, I always overthought things with girls. I'm a sensitive guy and I always thought everything with girls. I see like a cute girl at a bar, maybe after a show, and I'd be like, I think I'm gonna say hi. Yeah, I'll say hi. Well, there's nothing wrong with saying hello. But then my mind would be like, don't leave her alone, she's too pretty. Don't be creepy, fuck off. And then I'd be like, yeah, screw that. But then my mind would be like, you talk to her, you chicken shit, say hello. Don't be a fucking wimp, don't be a pussy, grow some balls, say hello. I'd be like, yeah, damn it, I'm gonna say hi. Don't, she'll call the police. Yeah, fuck it. I'd be like, no, talk to her, you're funny. Women like funny men. Yeah, I am funny. You're not that funny. If you're really funny, you would be performing on television. Oh, wait a sec, it's Canada. That wouldn't fucking matter anyway. Oh, some of you got offended. I could see that. You're like, oh, how dare you insult the CBC. I have all 48 seasons of Murdoch Mysteries on DVD. CBC on an all-new Heartland. My horse is depressed. Let's keep it on the air for another 17 years. Oh, man. Yeah. Speaking of CBC and all that bullshit, oh, fuck. It's unbelievable. I watch a lot of TV. By the way, I'm not just a comedian, I'm also an actor. Anybody else here unemployed? Yeah? Thanks. Thing about being an actor here in Hollywood North, Vancouver, is I don't get sent out for like handsome leading men parts. I get sent out for like small, unattractive bad guy parts. Some of the parts I starred in the last couple years, names are like homophobic oil worker. That guy's like, I can see that. This was a good one. Racist border guard with gout. What country you from, boy? Are you a 7-Eleven Indian or a feathered Indian? Goddamn my foot. And this was the most insulting one I did. Overweight sex offender 2. Yeah. That part sucked. Because I didn't even get the good line. No, I was just backing up overweight sex offender 1. He had the glamorous part. His line was, hand me them sweet donuts and hand me a piece of that sweet ass. And then my line was, yeah. Scene. But I have range as an actor, though, okay? I'm like Gary Oldman. Because when I'm not starring as a degenerate douchebag, I star in commercials where I play like a husband with a learning disability. You know what I'm talking about. Every household product is like this. The woman's a hero and the man's just dog shit, right? Guy shows up, it's like, honey, do I put these Tide Pods in my mouth or my asshole? I don't know how to do the laundry because I got a dick and it hurts when I think. One time I was in a commercial, I didn't have any lines. The name of my part was Man Who Doesn't Close Door When Taking Shit. Yeah. I'm just sitting there on the toilet, sitting there in the toilet with an iPad watching a football game, and I'm like, sports, poo. Then this gorgeous woman walks by shaking her head disappointingly. It's like, I can't believe I'm married to a man who eats crayons for breakfast. Febreze. But all these things are small fries. Because just a couple months ago, I gotta tell you, I just started the biggest part of my life. Thank you very much. I'm very proud of it. Yeah. I was in the show Supernatural. I don't know if you know that show. Yeah? Had a really great part. Named my part, Closet Case Trucker who gets killed by a gay cannibal zombie. It's a great part. And leading up to before we filmed the scene, I was very nervous. Not because, the guy was a cannibal. Not because the guy was a zombie, but because I had to kiss this gentleman. And I'm not homophobic, but this guy's really good looking. Right? I felt like shit. My heterosexuality is going to be tested to the max here. Do you ever meet somebody the same sex and you're like, I'm not into you, but if we were in prison, something would happen. 3 hours in a holding cell, we're fucking. Now, it was really weird. It was surreal. I didn't want to do it, but I wanted the attention. I wanted the IMDb credit. Yeah, man. So I kissed this guy, and there was no tongue, but it was tender as fuck. Yeah. It was the gayest thing I've done since watching Magic Mike 1 and 2 on my own. And if you know anything about film or TV, they shoot every scene like 20 or 30 times, which means I had to kiss this guy 20 or 30 times. Now, if you smoke 20 cigarettes, you're probably a smoker. I'm like, is this gateway gay? One minute I'm kissing a zombie, the next I'm blowing a werewolf on a full moon? No wonder why they howl. That was a very weird reaction. That was a very animalistic heckle. Now, now I tell you, I'm a heterosexual guy, man, and I love my girlfriend, and I love kissing my girlfriend, but I'm scared of my girlfriend, and this guy made me feel safe. All right? Why are you saying this shit in front of your mother? Now I mentioned I got a girlfriend. She's beautiful. She's gorgeous. She's talented. She's from Japan, as I mentioned. We get into some cultural kind of arguments about weird kind of stuff. We have some really funny arguments, and I have a hard time taking them seriously because her accent to me is too adorable. The thing about the Japanese accent is where there needs to be an R, there's an L, and where there needs to be an L, there's an R, right? I brought the wrong vegetables home from the grocery store. She just flipped out. She's like, you never listen, Byron. Byron, you never listen. You were so oblivious. I am so disappointed. You never listen. I told you I don't want lettuce. I don't want kale. I told you I want arugula. You want what? You know I love baby arugula. Sounds like an adorable pet we should have. Now, Asian people here will agree to me on this. Asian people are quite honest, even when they're complimenting you. It's a very Asian culture. They're honest to a fault. My girlfriend's honest to a fault, too. Even when she's being nice, she hurts my feelings sometimes. She'll just be like, I love your blonde hair so much on your back. What the fuck? She's like, you have nice thick shoulders. Thank you. You look like balding albino gorilla. Self-esteem goes from high to confused. Man, she's got Asian efficiency down at its best. She won't have makeup sex when we're still fighting. It's so weird. That's Asian efficiency. She knows we're gonna make up. She's like, you did not do dishes. You forgot the laundry. You did not care about Valentine's Day. Show me your dick. What the fuck? Oh, try to get a frightened erection. It's bizarre. She likes to embarrass me. She likes to embarrass me sexually sometimes. She just likes to catch me off guard. One time we were at the aquarium in front of a giant fish tank, and she just grabbed me and she goes, Byron, I want to have sex in front of giant tuna. What the fuck? He's like, I love the judgmental eyes. That was the only time my mind told my brain, you know what? Don't listen to me. By comparison, you're pretty fucking normal. One time, just to embarrass me, she put on Japanese porn within 20 seconds. I was like, wait a sec, honey, there's only dudes. She's like, fun for me, awkward for you. It was awkward, not because men were having sex. I watch UFC once a month. Oh, that crossed the line, okay. No, it was fucking so weird, man. But it was like one of those, like it was like a car crash. You can't look away from it. There's two guys wearing kabuki masks, wearing sumo diapers. One of them's bent over, taking it like a Harry Carey through the asshole or something. And he kept saying this one word. He kept saying, "Hi, Sagoi! Hi, Sagoi! Hi, Sagoi!" I'm like, what does that mean? And apparently in English it means surprise. What a surprise. It's the most traumatic puppet show I've ever seen. And I tried to turn away, but then I couldn't read the subtitles. Sometimes she'll get really playful. She'll get really playful. When she gets playful, she'll get adorably abusive. She's half my size. Sometimes she'll get feisty. She'll get hammered on half a glass of wine. And she'll hit my chest. And when she hits my chest, she goes, "I love to strap your big white tits." I'm like, what the fuck? This is racial fat shaming. She's like, shut up and go down on me like you're eating arugula. It makes me as hard as a celery stick. Or as she calls it, celery stick. It's okay, she's here, she's laughing, you could laugh, don't worry about it. Hope she's laughing. No, I love her, she's very funny, she's a comedian as well, her name's Yumi Nagashima, she's killing it. Yeah. Very funny, very talented. I'm very proud of her. I love doing comedy, and I love being with her and doing comedy. Comedy is amazing. What I hate about doing comedy, though, is when people awkwardly try to tell me a joke that's not funny, and it sucks. Social awkwardness, and it happens quite a bit. I ran into a friend I haven't seen in years from school, and he's like, "Hey, I heard you've been doing comedy. I got a joke for you. Maybe you could put it in your act. Maybe you could put this in your act. I wanted to get a piece of pizza, and it was the guy said it's $2.25, and I only had $2. And I'm like, I'm a quarter short. Sorry, is that all right? And he's like, no. And I was like, fuck. And I was so pissed off because I wanted that pizza. Anyway, that was 6 years ago. Maybe you could put that in your act. I'm like, well, no offense. It's not really memorable. It's not really funny. I'm sorry, man. And he's like, yeah, fuck, you're right. I don't know how to tell jokes. I can't do anything right in my life. Can't hold a job, can't hold a relationship, can't get laid, I can't take care of my personal hygiene. I should just fucking kill myself. And I'm like, hey, relax. I'll put it in my act. That was funny. You're like, huh? Oh, I see what he did. Oh, man, I love doing comedy. Been doing comedy about 16, 17 years. I turned 40 recently. I've been to 20 countries and doing this job. I actually bought my parents a house. I did, yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Don't clap too hard. They fucked it up and lost it. My mom got high, left the emergency brake off, and I rolled into a lake. No, it's great. You met my mom earlier. I love my mom. My mom is so funny, as you witnessed. She, one of my favorite things my mom does, she screws up the words of stuff. It's hilarious. We're talking about movies. She'll be like, I saw this great movie from the 90s. It was the prison movie. It was called The Shankshaw Retribution. Who the actors had Morgan Freechild and Baskin Robbins? Me and your father watched it on our Blue Balls player. I'm like, Mom, keep talking. Let me write this shit down. My mom loves giving me guilt trips. She likes embarrassing me, as she mentioned. She likes giving me guilt trips a lot. Sometimes she'll give me guilt trips for stuff I've done in the future. Because mother knows best. My mom knows best. I was going to Australia a number of years ago, and she was just like, you're going to Australia, it just gets too hot. It gets so hot there, and I don't like that it gets so hot. You have a fair, angelic complexion, and you are going to get skin cancer. And if you get skin cancer, I'm going to chain smoke and get lung cancer. How do you feel about that? I'm like, what, Mom? What do you want me to do? Wear your sunscreen. I'm like, yeah, I promise I'll wear my sunscreen. Oh, I bet you won't. You know, they all drink like fishes there. They're all Neanderthal pirates. Are you gonna get drunk? You're gonna get drunk every night with them, aren't you? I'll try not to get drunk every night. Oh, I bet you won't. It's like, Mom, I'm a grown man, all right? It's just like, you don't need to remind me. I was in labor with you for 33 hours. That's right. I'll never forget. It was the middle of the summer. It was just so hot. And the doctor had to cut me open and yank you out because you're such a stubborn little shit. Then he was gonna cut your foreskin. I'm like, you're not gonna cut my babies, will you, butcher? You're uncircumcised. So if you bring home a hot date, you better remember to wash your penis, but I bet you won't. You wash your penis. It's the summer, it's so hot. Oh, man. Anybody friends with their parents on Facebook? Yeah. Sometimes that gets me into trouble because I got some really juvenile friends, and sometimes they put stuff on my Facebook wall, and then my mom sees it, and she gives me shit for something I didn't even do. One time, a number of years ago, a friend posted this image on my wall. Now, on this image, there's a man wearing negligee. He's in a field somewhere in Ireland, and he's putting his penis into a tailpipe of a car. My friend tagged my name in it because she thought it looked like me. Well, my mom thought so, too. She's like, how could you put your penis into a tailpipe? It's just so hot. But before I convinced my mom it wasn't me, my dad unexpectedly jumped to my defense and was like, oh, who hasn't fucked a tailpipe, lady? Your mother hates that joke. I love my dad. My dad's here. My dad's awesome. Yeah. Yeah, it's funny. My dad's a stress case. My dad's such a stress case. If I told him unexpected good news, it would stress him out. If I was like, Dad, you won the lottery, he'd be like, now your mom's gonna buy a bunch of shit we don't need. You're like, who cares? You could put in that mansion you'll be living in. I'd rather slash my wrist than fucking move again. Your penis grew 1.5 inches. How am I gonna fit that in a tailpipe? The crowd is really identifying with tailpipes. Oh. A lot of penis talk. Eh? I have an average-sized penis, by the way. How many guys here have an average-sized penis? Yeah? That's cool. So I saw one woman clapping there. That's cool. I'm what you call a grower, though, not a shower. You know what I'm talking about? Like when it's flaccid, mind your own business. When it's erect, Instagram, 11 likes. I hate having to show my flaccid penis to anybody. I hate it. But sometimes I have to. Go to the doctor for an annual physical. And I feel like before I see the doctor, I should just go to the toilet beforehand just to chub it up a bit, you know what I mean? Not a sexual thing, just a pride thing. You know, my doctor, he's like, you know, in his late 60s, he's from Northern Ireland. He's like, let's take a gander downstairs. I see you have a perfectly average, if not above average size, half erect penis. I see you've been chubbing it up a bit, haven't you? You look familiar. Didn't I see you in the internet fucking a tailpipe in a field in Ireland? It wasn't me. Your mother told me everything. All right. Enough of that shit. I love my doctor. Anybody here have a good doctor? I love my doctor. He gives me Prozac every few months. He's great. Yeah, I don't know if anybody's on Prozac. You know, it's funny, if you tell, I got a lot of really judgmental, sort of holistic, holier-than-thou, organic fucking douchebag kind of friends. And when I tell them I'm on Prozac, they treat me like I say I like fentanyl. They're like, fuck off. They're like, Byron, Prozac is fucking terrible for you, okay? If you want to deal with your mental health, okay, you just need to smoke copious amounts of marijuana, look into the mirror, do some yoga, and swallow cum. I'm not a doctor, but I'm a hippie, and I know best. My goal is to make you laugh individually, not as a group. You wait your turn. Thank you. Nah, Prozac and booze, I guess, to a degree. I probably drank a little too much. I'm not an alcoholic, but I definitely probably drank more than I should. It's hard not being an alcoholic doing comedy, because a lot of times as an unknown comedian, you don't get paid money. You only get paid alcohol. And then you think, if I don't take this alcohol, then I'm not getting paid. You know? Man, I feel... Plus, there's starving alcoholics in Africa. Right? I'd feel terribly guilty if I let this lukewarm domestic draft go to waste. If you're gonna drink, though, drink wine. Drink wine. It makes you seem like you're fucking Roman and shit. If you drink wine, people think you're just on a higher pedigree. You know, you can drink 2 or 3 bottles a day. Nobody thinks you're an alcoholic. They just think you're classy. Because if you know any wine tasting terminology, it makes you sound like you're educated, like you read books and shit. You can't do like beer tasting notes. You can't be like, this is a gorgeous 2014 Bud Light. It's flat, it's warm, and there's a cigarette butt floating in it. Alcohol does weird things to people, man. It does weird things to people. I have a friend, he's like mental level genius. After 2 beers, autistic potato. What this guy will do, he'll hit on women, he'll unintentionally insult them, and then to make things more awkward, he'll offer the girl a high five. Yeah, he'll be like, hey, lady, you're kind of fat, but hey, let's have sex. High five. Be like, hey, you have beautiful blue eyes like the ocean, but one of them is bigger than the other. High five. Did it hurt? Did it hurt when you fell from heaven? Is that why you're in a wheelchair? High five. Oh, shut up. There's a ramp to get in here. You didn't walk up any stairs. Fucking deal with it. It's comedy. Girls could be just as bad, though. Especially young girls waiting to get in a nightclub. They look great, but they just seem like a velociraptor with Tourette's. You know, they all sound the same. They're just like, what is your... seriously? It's Stephanie's birthday. You have to be nice. Wait, stop fucking touching me, Trevor. Anyway, I don't even know you. Shh, it's not funny. Honestly, 2 things. Number 1, people should be nice. Number 2, Jaeger bombs. Woo! I want to dance. I love this song. Who are you? Fuck you. I feel sick. Take me home. Ugh. Where's my iPhone charger? I'm driving. High five. One time I was in Australia, and this one girl, she was hitting on me and picking a fight with me. Killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Multitasking at its best. He's like, oh, you? American bloke? I'm like, oh, I'm Canadian. Shut up. You got nice eyes, you piece of shit. Thanks, I guess. You shut your mouth when you're talking to me. I don't know how to do that. I'm not a ventriloquist. And you do me like the tawny, limp dick piece of shit fuckwit you are, mate. It's like, listen, lady, I don't know who you are, but it's 2:30 in the afternoon and we're in a bank. Are you gonna prove me for this mortgage or what? High five. Spent a lot of time in Australia. I love Australia. Do we have any Australians here? Yeah, they're everywhere, aren't they? They're like the herpes of ski resorts everywhere. They're like the former British Empire. Small population that ruthlessly conquered 2/3 of the world's youth hostels. Australians, they don't pronounce their R's. No pirates in that country. I've been in Australia, meeting an Australian. I'm like, my name is Byron. What's your name? Mac. Mac? No, mate, Mac. Hey, you said Mac? No, mate, Mac. Oh, Mark. Ye, mate, Mac. Well, the accent in Australia gets stronger the further inland you go, because the gene pool gets thinner. Right? You're like, my name's Byron. What's your name? Why? Why? Oh, Rebecca. Your parents are related, eh? Australia's a funny place. Weirdest country I've ever been in my life, Dubai. Anybody ever been to Dubai? Yeah, crazy place. It's like Las Vegas, except without the fun. Right? They got this amazing subway system, and they got the announcements in Arabic and in English. It's really cool. It's like, boom, dong, dong. And then they do it in English. Your next station is... It's like, what a relief. I thought I missed my stop. That's one before and then I have to transfer to the la line. I'm glad you guys are laughing because I did that joke there. Didn't get the same reaction. I'm so glad my hand grew back. Oh. Thank you. One person's mocking me. Oh, I got two hands. Always sounds weird when you hear one person clapping softly in a darkly lit room. Sounds like somebody masturbating in a youth hostel bottom bunk. What's that sound, Gunter? Nothing. Go back to sleep. Yeah. For those of you not laughing, you're that guy. The exact opposite of Dubai when it comes to being progressive was Denmark. Crazy place, Denmark. They have 5 channels on television. 2 of them after 9 at night, hardcore pornography. That wasn't the weirdest part, though. The weirdest part is right in the middle of a graphic sequence, it went to a commercial break. Very surreal. It's like, uns Weisfil. Have you ever been in an automobile collision that wasn't your fault? Yeah. Can't believe I was masturbating to an insurance ad. Oh dear. Thank you. Love traveling. You know, being a Canadian and traveling, it's cool. It's cool. We got a pretty good reputation, right? Yeah. When we travel, you know, people seem to like Canadians. I've been to a lot of countries, and for the most part, people like Canadians. Do you know who I find likes Canadians more than any people that I've met in my life? And that is African Americans. For some reason, black guys, they love Canadians. Like, I met this really cool driver. I was taking an Uber in Memphis, Tennessee, because they have that progressive kind of technology. And this driver's like, yo, where are you from, man? And I'm like, oh, I'm from Canada. He's like, Canada? I always wondered about that place. Like I was from Narnia. I'm like, what did you wonder? And he looked like a kid in a candy store, and he's all like, do they all got Jack in the Box up there? And I was like, no. I love Jack in the Box, but we don't have Jack in the Box up there. We got McDonald's. He's like, of course you got McDonald's, because your first prime minister was Sir John A. McDonald, elected in 1867. Wow. I was so impressed. I was like, wow, do you know anything else about Canada? He's like, yeah, I know you have a town in Newfoundland called Dildo. I'm like, oh yeah, we do. He's like, I know a long time ago you had a one-legged man who hopscotch halfway across your country. Like, that's also true. He's like, I know you invented basketball. And I'm like, we did invent basketball. Thank you. He's like, yeah, if it wasn't for that boy, James Naismith, cutting the bottoms out of those peach baskets in 1895, then our city, Memphis, wouldn't be cursed with that dog shit team, the Grizzlies. They could take their soy motherfucking playoff missing asses back to Vancouver. And take that studio gangster Drake with you too. And I'm like, hey, speaking of Canadian artists, Justin Bieber's on the radio. Justin Bieber. Ain't he the current prime minister? I'm like, no, that's Justin Trudeau. He's like, oh yeah, I confuse those pretty ass white boy bitches from Canada. I was like, yeah, Justin Trudeau. And then he's like, Justin Trudeau. Yeah, didn't his daddy run the country in the 70s, Pierre Trudeau? And I'm like, he did. Yeah, and he fucked Barbara Streisand too, didn't he? I'm like, I think he did fuck Barbara Streisand. Yeah, he fucked Barbara Streisand good, but not nearly as bad as him and his boy fucked over the Alberta economy. What the hell? I was like, holy shit, you know every other thing about my country. I'm glad you guys laughed at that. Some people get offended. They'll be like, you did the black voice, and that was racist, okay? I don't care if other people were laughing. I'm 22 with a septum piercing, and I know best. And you're preaching hate. So funny. Some people come to a comedy show, and they just go bent out of shape. It's weird if you come to a comedy show and get offended. It happens all the time. Every third show, somebody will storm out, be like, how dare you joke about gluten? What gets me is when people get offended at something, but they think something more offensive is funny. They'll just be like, I love dead baby seal jokes, but don't you ever make fun of camel toes. What? There's no fucking consistency, and I need to be a hypnotist with comedy and read The Invisible Morality. You know, because you might be offended at something that you might not be, and vice versa. And just to be safe in this new world, we should outlaw the alphabet, because there are some hurtful words in those letters. So annoying. Everybody's different, you know? I could stand here with my pants around my ankles crying for 45 minutes. Most of you think it's disturbing. Some of you would call me a genius. And say, this is modern art, yes. I just gotta say, if you think you're gonna come to a comedy show and get offended, you know, don't come to a comedy show, you know? Maybe don't. Don't come to a comedy show. Don't walk down the street. Don't leave your house. Just die. I don't know why people come to comedy shows and get offended. It's so weird. It's like ordering a Philly cheesesteak at a vegan restaurant and yelling at the waiter when he doesn't show up with it. It's like, what do you think was going to happen? So weird. I like some people throw this out. They love saying the year. They're just like, stop with the hate. It's 2019. Like, the year dictates our morality now. Right? You know, it's like, because this is the latest year, we should be better people. Like 2 years ago, it was fine to be a bigot, but now it's cool. It's like, it's 2017. It's fine to wear blackface, but just remember, in 750 days, time to wash it off, because it'll be 2019. Why don't we just do the months? Just be like, how dare you go gay bashing? It's January. You're acting like it's April. All right? We've evolved in 70 days. Hello, it's 1865. Slavery was so last year. It's 1946. How dare you joke about World War II? Hitler just died last week. I love offended Nazis. They're funny. Comedy and censorship, they go hand in hand, because sometimes people want to have a comedy show, and I get hired for it, but then they tell me to not really do anything. I was in Portland, and a very progressive, weird kind of event. It was a fundraiser. And the man who hired me, he's like, before you perform, could you maybe not swear? I was like, no problem. I won't force that on people. He's like, speaking of forcing on people, don't do jokes about sexual assault. I'm like, okay. Could I do jokes about sexual consent? He's like, well, there's some people here that might not be getting laid, so I wouldn't do those either. It's like, fabulous. Speaking of fabulous, don't do any gay jokes. Could I do knock-knock jokes? There might be some homeless people here, and they don't have doors. Can I mention the weather? This is a skin cancer fundraiser. Don't bring up the sun. This is nuts. Speaking of nuts, don't mention peanuts. Some people are allergic to jokes. Jesus Christ. Oh, speaking of Jesus, don't mention the Bible. Some people haven't finished the book yet. Hashtag spoiler. Well, what can I mention? Well, this is the United States of America, so racism is fine. It's weird, man. People getting offended. So weird. You know, you ever meet somebody and you just know the person's gonna be offended at everything? They'll have like an asymmetrical haircut and they'll have a shirt that says tolerance, and you're like, I know that person's not tolerant. And you make small talk with them, you're like, what do you do for a living? Oh, I'm glad you asked. What I do for a living is, I hate Trump. Oh, okay. Do you have any hobbies? Yeah, my hobbies are not racist. I'm like, oh, that's great. He's like, yeah. And I could just tell when I look into your blue eyes from your white privileged soul that I'm a morally superior person than you. I just know I'm a better person than you. Yeah, okay? And it's really making my man clitoris so wet and hard at the same time because I'm gender fluid. Okay, and it's just making me so turned on when I think about what a better person I am than you, okay? I'm making a difference. I'm saving the planet. I'm saving the planet by telling people I don't agree with politically that they're Nazis. Kids in Africa are getting clean water because I'm giving people shit on Facebook. That's how I'm making a difference. And when I'm not on the right side of history, I like to unwind and dress as a purple unicorn who gets off to anime porn. Because even though I was born a man, I identify as a My Little Pony action figure. My pronouns are entitled and delusional. And if you roll your eyes at me, that is hate thinking. You're a Nazi and you should be socially ostracized forever because I'm the good person. I'm fucking woke. Whew. This is what happens when you breastfeed your children soy milk till 28. One time, it's gone so crazy. Sometimes it's outrage culture. I was in the States and a friend of mine would show me a hate Trump dating app. Now, if you hate Trump, that's totally fine. I could see why you would, but should that be the sole basis of a relationship? It's like, you hate Trump, I hate Trump. Let's get together and have sex and think about why much we hate that orange piece of shit. Oh, I fucking hate him. He's such a misogynistic, homophobic, racist piece of shit. I hate him, and it turns me on how much I hate him. Oh, if we have sex and we think about him getting impeached, it'll impeach him. Oh yeah. God, you know what I want to do? I want to have hate sex with Donald Trump. Talk like Trump to me. That'll really turn me on. You know what? You're doing a great job. You're doing a tremendous job. I feel a winner behind me. I feel a winner inside me. That's right, you're huge. I wasn't gonna say it, but I am gonna say it. I'm gonna come. I'm gonna make coming great again. Mark my words. Oh, fake orgasm, you're fired. I'm glad you guys laughed at that because I did that bit in Northern Alabama. What the hell you trying to say, boy? You gotta admit, whether you like Donald Trump or hate him, he does not give a fuck. He told a kid Santa Claus isn't real. You're hate, your Santa Claus isn't real. Deal with it. He doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't give a fuck at all. He doesn't give a fuck at all. And if I could write his re-election campaign song, it would go a little something like this. There it is. Never mind. I'll do it the next show. Fuck it. All right. Goes a little something like this. This goes out to CNN, NBC, Washington Post, New York Times. I gotta tell all you fake news outlets, you know what? I ain't fucking with you. All right? You little stupid ass bitch, I ain't fucking with you. All right? I got a million trolling tweets I'd rather fucking do than me fucking with your stupid little ass bitches, because I gotta tell you, I don't give a fuck. 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 I wasn't gonna say it, but I am gonna say it. I don't give a fuck about you, okay? Gotta tell you. This is important to tell you guys. Russian collusion, it's a delusion. I'm the man of the orange stand. Suck my little rocket man, bitch. I ain't fucking with you, all right? Grab him by the pussy, play some golf today. Get to build a wall. Mexico will pay, bitch. I ain't fucking with you. You heard about that collusion? You hear about it? Suck it, Mueller. Suck it, Mueller. DOJ and FBI could blow me, bitch. I ain't fucking with you. This goes out to all my favorite people, Kanye West, Dennis Rodman, and of course Big Sean, all my favorite N-words. I gotta tell ya, together we're gonna make Not Giving a Fuck great again. Peace, bitches. Out. Thank you. Woo! I love that reaction because a lot of you didn't laugh, but you're like, nice writing. You know, wherever you stand politically, you know, or wherever you stand politically or socially, economically, or your sexual orientation, race, religion, you know what I find brings people together in my travels? Sports brings people together. Sports brings people together. It's so awesome. So great. I love hockey. Love hockey. Hockey's my, yeah. I love hockey. Dude, you know what's funny? What I love about hockey, how it brings people together. You know, like, I take cabs quite a bit. And a lot of time in the cab drive, I'll be listening to the hockey on the radio. But a lot of times they have very broken English, so it leads to a very funny conversation, right? He'd be like, tough loss, huh? He'd be like, yes, my friend, shit fuck tonight. Shit fuck, man. I tell you, you want to win? You want to win? You want to win game? You need to shoot net fuck puck. Come on, man. I don't care, man. Power kill, penalty play, don't give shit. Do you know why? Do you know why? Why is that? Money. Last night, I know they lose tonight. Last night, I know they lose tonight. You make me coach, they don't do that, man. Make me coach, they don't do that, boss. What would you do if you were coach? You make me coach, every time they do that, I shoot one player. Last night, I know they lose tonight. Last night, I know they lose tonight. How did you know they'd lose last night, tonight? Last night, I know they lose tonight. Last night, I know they lose tonight. Last night, I drive, Luongo, Roberto, nightclub, stripper, fake tits, cocaine, not nice girl. I say, you boss, you will not win Stacy Cup. You mean the Stanley Cup? Yeah, Stacy. Are you talking to me? No, my cousin Bluetooth. I love player interviews. They're funny. They're ridiculous. I don't know why they do player interviews. I think they're pointless. Right? You wouldn't interview a horse after you won a race. Right. How you feeling, Seabiscuit? Why do they do hockey player interviews, all right? Why do they keep talking to these autistic potatoes? There's a second reason they're wearing helmets. They always get asked stupid questions, and they have equally stupid responses. It's like, you're down 2-1, going into the third. What do you need to do to get back into this game? Well, they got guys that are good guys, but I think we got some gooder guys. And we just got to give credit where credit's due. A lot of due credit. I don't know why, but we got to get the credit it's due. 110%. That's not a real number, but I like that one. We just got to push. We just got to push real deep. Got to push, make it deep and push it deep. And if we just get more, we got to stay out of the penalty box. If we have more players on the ice than less players, then we're going to have more fun. And if we push the pucks behind the goalie's holes and less behind our goalie's holes, then we're going to, come June, we're going to have a parade. There he is, Sidney Crosby, first game back. After his 8th concussion of the month. What a fucking idiot. Do you know who I love listening to? I love listening to guys who are like 95, 100, talking about when they played in the NHL. Because hockey was a tougher game. The world was a harder place. You hear these old guys, they're just like, we weren't supposed to win. Half our team had polio. Lucky for us, we caught a break when the other guys came down with Spanish influenza. But then we had a setback when our goalie stopped the puck and lost his leg to gangrene. And then game 7 overtime, our coach died of scurvy. But we persevered, and that was the final time the Toronto Maple Leafs won the Stanley Cup. That man's from Toronto, he's offended. Okay. Fuck you, go Leafs. But I gotta tell you, I'll end you with this. What I love hockey, but as much as I love hockey, I love soccer. Soccer's probably my favorite game. I love soccer. It's funny, the only time we get into soccer, in North America is during the World Cup. And then it's cultural bandwagon jumping at its finest. It's hilarious, right? You see it walking down the street. It's like, oh, dude, you're Chinese. Why are you wearing a Columbia top? It's like, oh, because I like kidnapping and cocaine. You're German. Why are you wearing an Argentina top? Because my grandfather moved there in 1946. Hey, buddy, you're American. Why in God's green earth are you wearing a Russia top? Because they helped me win an election, okay? Great guys. Tremendous guys. Putin's a good friend of mine. I love soccer. It's a funny game, soccer, because you think somebody's going to score, they never do. It's the only game where the score could be 0-0 and a national riot. You hear the play-by-play, it's really frustrating. They get you all excited for nothing a lot, right? It's like, it's Nigel to Johnson on a 2-1-1. It's Johnson, he's all on the clear. A glorious opportunity for Johnson. This could be it. This could be the winner, and back to Wilson. All Wilson needs to do is tap it into a wide open net. It's going to be pandemonium. It's going to be euphoria. It's going to be absolute bliss, and back to Jones. Good God, we're going to see this on the highlight reels for generations to come. I'm going to do backflips and light fireworks out of my asshole while singing God Save the Queen and offside. Final whistle, 0-0. It's like trying to sneeze for 90 minutes. Fuck. Plenty with this. I was in the Middle East watching soccer when I was in Dubai, and they made a low-scoring game like soccer sound like Armageddon. Nobody did play-by-play like in the Middle East. It was amazing. It's like, back to Jones. You guys have been absolutely fantastic. Thank you very much, Yuk Yuks. Thank you to my mother for having me. Namaste, motherfuckers. Enjoy the rest of your lives. Good night.